ask my doctors about that, but I may take it.
Dr. Adams, as the nation's top public health official, are you comfortable with people taking an unproven, untested drug, even people who don't actually have the virus?
Well, here's what we've advised the president, and here's what I've heard.
Okay, so here it is, April 5th, Palm Sunday, and how apropos that another member of the tribe, Chris Wallace, who keeps gravitating back to his genetic roots of left-wing commie liberalism, and all he can do is attack Trump. No matter what Trump does, little Chrissy has to migrate back to the cesspool of illogic liberalism. So Trump is letting the states make their decisions as to whether or not people should shelter in place, which is what Cuomo demanded, which is what most governors demanded. And now, left-wing, libtard Chrissy Wallace wants Trump to assume the mantle of Adolf Hitler. Right, Chris? You want him to become a dictator and demand that all Americans stay in their effing houses because you scumbags in New York can't get your you-know-what together. Right, Chris? Yeah, you look at the map of corona infection in the United States. Who's it affecting the most? Let's see. Oh, yeah, where libtards live, like you, Chrissy, because all the mandates in the world. You ain't following rules. That's your genetic origin, to break rules. Remember the golden calf, Chris? Remember that little story when Moish came down the mountain with the 10 commandments and he was so disgusted he threw them on the ground? And what were you doing? Reveling at the feet of a golden calf. You know, the gold from the money you stole from Egypt. Yeah, that's what you did. And worshiping a god. Yeah, Moloch. So you could kill children and sacrifice them to Moloch, like you love to do today. In New York, right? Yeah, kill innocent babies. And you know what you never figured out, Chris? For all your rhetoric and your diatribe about never again, always again, Chrissy, because you break the rules. Before Moish got his sandals wet, you opened up law schools to skirt around the laws of God. And you're doing it again. So you beg for a dictator and cry never again. Why don't we talk about Curious Joel and New Square in Muncie, Chris? You don't dare mention that. You don't dare mention all those Hasidim who don't obey the laws, who are still having bat mitzvahs and bar mitzvahs and rabbinical funerals, okay, coalescing thousands of Hasidim together, right? We know how clean they are. Yeah, all New Yorkers know how spotless and immaculate the Hasidic community is. Right, Chrissy? You don't talk about that. Like Cuomo, the third rail of New York politics. Thou shalt not mess with the mashpucha. Right? So they're infecting everybody. Who infected New Rochelle? Who spread it all around New York? Yeah, one of your Lunsmen, Chris, but you won't talk about that. Nor will Cuomo, which is why he's trying to hide those ventilators for the disaster that they have created and that Cuomo knows is going to swamp the hospitals in the Hudson Valley. But you won't bring that up, you lying sack of shit, but you'll go after Trump. Here you are, causing mayhem, havoc, and destruction with your rebellion. And you blame the Goyim president.